Good morning. We are Group P and this is our presentation. Today we will talk about the result of a survey regarding engineering students. The survey shows the skills that the students want to learn to be successful at work. These results are important because they help us understand the current industry trends that influence how students prepare for their future jobs.
Hi, my name is Eva. Now I am going to present the results of my question, which was, what is your primary area of interest? The results from the survey show that most students in the group are the strongest, drawn to technology by 90.5%. Selecting it was their main area of interest. This indicates that the majority of students enjoyed working with computer, learning about new tools, and exploring digital of technical concepts. It also suggests that many feel comfortable in environments where innovation and problem solving are important. Other interests, such as art, 23.8%, science, 42.9%, sport, 28.6%, and literature, 19%, and music, 19%. Were also present but at much lower levels. These results show that while students do have diverse interests, technology clearly stands stand out as the central focus for of them. Overall, the group seems to prefer areas that involve creative, analytical thinking, and hands-on experimentation, with technology playing the biggest role in shaping their academic and personal interest. And now I will share my conclusion. The results of question one show that the group has a clear identity. Post students are naturally drawn to technology not only as an interest but also as part of their way of thinking and learning. While there are diverse preferences, the strong focus on technology suggests a student's growth that is curious, innovative, and motivated to solve real-world problems, characteristics that fit perfectly in an engineer environment. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Roger and I'm going to talk about the question number 2. Which activities do you enjoy? And the most popular activities are gaming and exercising, both selected by 11 people. This suggests a balanced interest between physical engagement and digital entertainment. Close behind are reading and traveling, each close by 9 participants. A substantial portion of response enjoy activities that broaden knowledge or provide new experience. Meanwhile, Cooking and crafting are less common interests, with 3 votes each. Hands-on creative or domestic activities are less central to the group's lifestyle. The other category received 4 responses, indicating that some participants are special. Overall, the data suggests that most people enjoy physical activities and entertainment which you can do with other people. So I'm conclude that the group showed a strong preference for activities that are either physical engagement or social entertaining, such as gaming and exercising. Reading and traveling also stand out as popular choices, suggesting that many participants value learning and exploration. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Javier Alvarez. I am going to analyze the result of the question. How do you work? Flexibly, majority 39 1% one. The most popular opinion is the independence of the state. This use the what a large of the supervillain property does have a risk reflect voluty and the ability to adapt between individuality and twin work or requiem be the project of the expected date. This a project requiem the project speak stake. This approach demonstrating modern programming is the work style balanced between individual and mixed. The second most popular opinion is void, the 19 punted Borneo. In the case, the almost tears of respondents ongoing feeling comfort, competing, independent, and collaborative work. Independent work and consulting second 99 technique preferring to work independently. This can be crucial for takes the retain win concentration of the work individual actorish import. The lower preference for squeeze twin work. The excluding preference for working in the team is the last shows on the line and the 13 bottom 3 seconds. On way draw conclusions for the date on the east the west in question 3 the resultant general reflecting make three totality flexibility of the adapted in the work still the majority of respond prefer to adjust the work method according to demands of the stake, demonstrating a comparative of the time of the mark of, of time. The will of significant or footing volatility balance between individuality of the collective work, a consultative work, groups of important atomic. Finality is the loss uh, perfected for weak sleep. I think jobs will convert in low. It is not considered the only effective multi jobs perform. Thank you.
Question number 4. What skills describe you best? Analyze of these 21 responses to skill survived revolves a group profile predominant orientated toward flexibility and collaboration. The most prominent skills are adaptability, 52.4%, teamwork, 42.9%, and creativity, 42.9%. This high percentage suggests that respondents are very comfortable and rapidly changing environments where generating innovative ideas and working effectively in groups are required. Therefore, this profile is naturally aligned with careers in the technology, designing, and project management sector, where the ability to pivot and creative problem solving are essential. In contrast to the study identifies a lower rate of self-perception in leadership skills, 28.6%, and complete lack of identification with public speaking, 0%. This imbalance indicates that the group sees itself more as a high functional contribution or team members that as a foreign manage or later. In terms of career choice, the strength of these groups lies in the potential to thrive in dynamic, collaborative, and agile work environments. Based in the question 4, this group of responsible is characteristic primarily by their high adaptability, teamwork, and creative, which makes them exceptionally suitable for agile and dynamic professional career paths in fields such as technology, designing, and collaborative project management, where speed of change and innovative contributions to the group are paramount. Thanks.
Hi, I am Yervis. I am present the analysis of question 5. Okay. What type of academic projects do you enjoy most? Based on the results of question 5, show that most students prefer practical and applied projects with 14 votes, representing 56.7%. This means that many classmates enjoy learning by doing real activities instead of only reading or writing. Writing research projects, a visual media and multimedia projects, both received 6 votes with 28.6%, and showing a medium level of interest in. And on the other hand, oral presentations and debates were the least popular option with only 3 votes, representing 14.3%. These results suggest that students like working on tasks that involve practice, experimentation, or real problem solving. Also, many enjoy creative or writing work, but talking in front of others is not as preferred. This information can help teachers or organizers plan activities that motivate students better. And in conclusion, pues, the results show that most students enjoy practical and applied projects the most, as they prefer learning through the real activities and hands-on work. Also, writing research projects and visual or multimedia projects also gain an interest. Fewer students choose oral presentations and debates. This preference indicates that classmates feel more motivated when they can work actively and apply knowledge in real situations. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Sebastian, and uh, I talk about the sixth question and what is the most valuable skills in your career. And based on the survey results, the graph show a strong inclination among engineering students toward programming, one of the most important skills for the professional lives. This suggests a significant preference for programming related fields such as system, electrical, and electronic engineering. This is further supported by the second most voted skills, mathematical problem solving. And mathematical problem solving helps not only in understanding the world, but also in formulating and understanding real world problems. Other skills such as designs, circuit structures, and organization. However, there appears to be a lack of interest in public speaking skills, indicating a high number of introverted students in the faculty. In conclusion, the survey results revealed that engineering students place a strong emphasis on technical and analytic skills, particularly programming and mathematical problem solving, which are essential for their future careers. This reflects the preference for logical, structured, um, thinking and hands-on technical work. The lower interest in public speaking highlights an area for improvement, and developing communication and presentation skills is equally important for working in teamwork, leaderships, and professional growth in engineering fields. Thank you.
So, hi, I'm Ricardo Sagui, and sorry, and I'm in charge of the question number 7, and it says, "You feel most successful when you are," and the options were making someone's day better with 9 votes representing the 42.9%. The second option was leading a project with 7 votes equals to the 13.3%. Other one was building something useful with 6 votes, in other words, 28.6%. And the last one, understanding something complex in the world and being able to teach about it, also with 9 votes, with the 42.9%. So looking at the results is clearly that helping others understanding and teaching are the top ways people feel successful. And actually, there was a tie with between the first and the second option. And if you think about it, they're not opposite, because said in that way, in this way, for example, if you're teaching, you're giving your wisdom and knowledge to someone else, you're helping others to grow and even get through tough situations. Um, in the other aspects, when people choose to lead a project, it shows that they get energy from taking charge and making things happen. And practically, I say that they enjoy to speak up, organize, bring ideas to life. But it's important to mention that I think that they are very conscious to the fact that they need an ambitious team to succeed. Um, for last, building something useful got a bit less support, and those people likes the recognition through a real tangible result. But I think that it's less about the social or teaching moment. It's more about of creating something that people can use and remember. So, in conclusion, the group answered us that their perception of success is more about connecting with people and growing intellectually, because a bit less of people took the option attached to leading or building for the second. Basically, they feel best when they're helping, teaching, or learning. Things that have a clear human touch. That tell us a lot about what motivates them. So thank you.
Hello, my name is Kevin. I am pressing the result for question 8. What factor do you consider um, defining a good leader? Reviewing the survey results, we see that communication and active listening are the most valued skills, with 66.7%. Next level students consider it essential for a leader to get include clear and responsibility for its dialogue and the inclusion of the team member voice delegation follow. For that has with 52.4% selected the ability to delegate and the empower the group, suggesting they selecting ability to delegate and empower the group suggested they recognize the importance of distributed leadership that trusts the team and foster its autonomy, ethical, and trustworthiness are the next. And 33.3% considered it essential to be an ethical and trustworthy person, while not a the majority choice is demonstrated that a significant segment of valued moral integrity as the foundation of leadership. Finally, technical knowledge and the skill are considered the most important, with only the 23.8% and believe that having more knowledge and the skill that others define as good leader. This indicated that for the most and technical skills are not the primary attributes of effective leadership. The engineer study is the same for understand leadership from the modern human and the collaborative perspective, project and the communication, delegation, and the trust over technical expertise. This reflects and the evolution in the expectation regarding the leadership profile in the engineer environment, aligning with the contemporary leadership model focus on teamwork and activity. Uh, Next, please. Question. Okay. I will also present the result of question 9. When the solving problem is usually analyzing the result, we observe that the majority of students with 71.9% present and listening the people needs before action. It reflects an empathic and people-oriented approach, essential an engineer for developing relevant and effective solutions with 28.6% prefer to break down problems step, step by step indication indicating analytic and the systemic thinking as typical of the engineer profile. The same percentage, 28.6%, opt for the team brainstorming, demonstrating and the willingness to work collaboratively and the co-creation solution, a common practice in the project development and the frequent occurrence at the university. Only 19% consider the long-term consequence, which could indicate an opportunity for intervening in the training to foster a more sustainable and strategic vision. Students demonstrate a strong inclination towards empathy and active listening, combining with analytic and collaborative approach. However, there is the room to stranger the long-term person in the their problem-solving process. is described as the why they have solid foundation in the human and the mythological aspect. The take benefit from greater emphasis of the systemic and sustainability theory. Thank you.
Okay, hello, my name is Jenifer Orozco, and based on the survey of 21 participants, our group's vision for the next 5 year focuses on four main goals. Overall, the result shows that most people prefer professional growth rather than just earning more money. First, the most popular goal, chosen by 47.6% of the group, is becoming an expert in their field. This means that almost half of the participants want to improve their skills and be recognized for what they know. Second, the next priority, selected by 38.1%, is finding a job that allows creativity and independence. This shows that many people do not want to be micromanaged. They prefer a workplace where they can make their own decisions and share new ideas. Finally, the last two goals are tied at 33.3%. One third of the group wants to start their own business, showing an interest. The other tier is focused on reaching financial stability, which is a more practical goal. In conclusion, the results shows that the group is mostly motivated by learning new things and having independence. Financial security and owning a business are also important, but they are not the main goal for most participants. So, thank you very much for listening. We hope this information helps to understand the skills needed for the future engineers.